Our next presenter is Raven Tahara, and she's a symbolist and a writer. And as a graphic designer, she uses her intuitive gift to perceive people and organizations symbolically. In 2013, she began creating soul prints, her artistic perception of a person's essence. Raven says, "Art is about risk and connection. I never know what I will see when I look at a person's energy, but it's always unique and always beautiful." And I want to add something else. She's also done a soul print of Soul Talks, several of them. And she's truly, truly plugged in. So put your hands together and let's welcome Raven Tahara.
I don't usually speak with notes, and preparing for today, I was given very specific instructions to write this down. It always cracks me up because those of us who have been to a few of these, we've kind of noticed that we often get a total change of orders right before it starts. So here's what I was meant to share. I stood before a wall of water that was 8 feet high. As I looked at it, I was absolutely mesmerized by the radiant, translucent blues and greens and aquas just rippling before me. The wave had immense presence. The wave had its own profound consciousness. Time stood still for what seemed like minutes as I noticed that my ankles were enveloped in the warm, soggy sand. And then I realized this wave was about to slap me so hard I would bounce off the sand like a touchdown football in the end zone at a football game. Oh, crap. I made the rookie move. You would think that someone that had lived on a tropical island for 3 years would know better. I should have dived under the wave, let it wash over me. No, instead, I crouched down and rolled into a ball. And then it happened. That's when I died. A moment after impact, everything went completely silent. I felt and heard a pop in the back of my neck and at the base of my spine. And just then, everything went completely dark. A warm, pleasant, peaceful feeling just completely enveloped me. I was just floating, peacefully floating in the void. And I thought, without the least bit of fear or panic, wow, I must be either paralyzed or dead right now. So this is what it's like. The months that were leading up to this moment had been extremely difficult. I was feeling world weary. Can some of you relate? I was so very tired of the struggle. I was feeling like I didn't really like being here anymore. I was living in paradise, and yet life had totally lost its zest. Discouragement and frustration and exhaustion were taking their toll. I wouldn't actively do anything to end my life, but if something happened, kind of like you were saying, you'd like to go with them. If something were to happen that could end this miserable tour of duty, I might have gladly taken the exit. And here, was that moment. Suspended in the void, peaceful, clear, having this wonderful higher perspective, I saw that I was at a point of choice. I had a decision to make: stay or go. And then my attention was drawn a few miles north down the beach to my son, who was asleep in his hammock. No one here on the beach knew where to find him. How would he learn his mother was dead? What would happen to him? At a soul level, I knew that I had made a commitment to my child, and I simply could not bail. So there was that. And love said, stay. Your mission is not yet accomplished. And then my attention went to all the people I still had to meet. Some of you are in this room, full of promises and connections and commitments that we made eons ago. This we shall do, we said to each other before taking the plunge into space and time. And love said, stay. Your mission is not yet complete. It would have been such a beautiful, peaceful, poetic passing. She died doing what she loved, listening to music and dancing in the waves on Maui. They would say, what a way to go. But that didn't happen, obviously. A thought shot through my consciousness, and in an instant, the decision was made and the die was cast. I want to live. I want to stay. My mission is not yet accomplished. And with that, I regained my sight. And time sped up again, as if the movie had been on pause and now play had been hit. The wave that had suspended me for what seemed like minutes suddenly felt like it opened up like this vortex or a portal and spit me out onto the shore. The moment my feet hit the ground, I was elated and grateful that they still worked. And I ran as fast as I could up the shore. After removing salt water and a whole lot of sand from every imaginable orifice, and getting myself out of shock and rehydrating, I reached into my bag and pulled out my cell phone and opened an Oracle deck app. And I asked the question that everyone in this room would ask: what just happened? And the card was miracles. So what is the mission? What is your mission? What is our mission? I don't always know. Sometimes I think the mission is just to keep on living and keep on loving. Life desires living. Life desires beauty and expression. Life desires connection. This we shall do until our mission is accomplished. Thank you. So, I did something a little different this time. Normally I do a soul print of the Sac Soul Talks, the topic, and this time I go, no, you're not doing that this time. Not only are you going to read from a script, you are going to do something you don't normally do. So I did my soul print for the first time. I did a name change this last year. Actually, Raven was born in that wave. I had another name before that day, and something happened in that void. Raven is the messenger of the void. So, can you help me?
Sure.
Thanks. We're going to do the big reveal. Okay, ready,
Ready?
JG? Ta-da!
Whoa.
So, we have the void, where I was suspended in the wave. And you might see just the tiniest little subtle little wing flying out. So that, and none of this is typical for me. I usually don't work on black. I don't usually work with acrylic paint. I had to do a lot of stretches for this. So hope it resonates with you as it did for me. Thanks.